Okay, welcome to the live. Tonight I'm going to be catching up on the missing anniversaries, and then I want to share with y'all the dumb criminal that I found. And I'm just going to tell you honestly, this dude is so dumb that I don't think we're going to have to even have any other dumb criminals this year. I think it's safe to say he came in number one. Now we're still going to do dumb criminals, but I promise you, I just don't see any other criminal in the next 11 months being anywhere near as dumb as him, let alone dumber. So, first things first. So, we're going to be doing a few days worth of the missing anniversaries, but it's all good. We're going to start with Mr. Carlos Velasquez. Okay, hold on. Let me just go ahead and get the windows open. I didn't even think of that. The windows. So, here we go. Carlos Velasquez. Carlos Velasquez is 17 years old and missing since January 22nd of last year from Cleveland, Tennessee. Wow, that's Cleveland, Tennessee. Didn't even know they had one of those. He is a Hispanic male with brown hair and black eyes, which nobody has black eyes. His eyes are dark brown. And he stands 5 feet tall, about 100 pounds. The picture that they have is kind of blurry, but when you're actually looking at the picture, I think it's good enough to give you a good idea of what he looks like. So, um, if you know anything about Carlos Velasquez, his disappearance, his whereabouts, please call the Bradley County Sheriff's Office at 423-728-7311. That's 423-728-7311. Or call 911. And next up, Danielle Peoples is a 15-year-old female from Phoenix, Arizona, missing since January 22nd of last year. She is a white female with blonde hair and blue eyes, standing 5'6", 140 pounds. Says both photos shown are of Danielle. She may go by the first name Danny or Autumn. Danielle may go by the last name for Nicola. If you know anything about her disappearance or her whereabouts, please call the Phoenix Police Department at 602-262-6151. That is Danielle Peoples, aka Danny, aka Autumn, aka last name for Nicola. This next one has no picture available, but this is Diego Sato, 17-year-old Hispanic male with black hair and brown eyes, missing from Fairfax County, Virginia since January 23rd of last year. He is 5'2" and 100 pounds. If you have oh if you have any information about his disappearance, please call the Fairfax County Police Department at 703 691 2233. Next, we have Kataria Carter. She is a 17-year-old white female, missing since January 23rd, 2022, from Los Angeles, California. She was a white female with brown hair and brown eyes, standing 5'7", 115 pounds. Both photos shown are of Kataria, and she may use the nickname Cat. If you know anything about her disappearance or her whereabouts, please call the Los Angeles Police Department at 1-877-275-5273. Again, this is Kataria Carter. Close the door, Bubby, please. Bubby. She doesn't hear me. All right. Next, we have Kiera Penn. She is missing since January 24th, 2022, from Henderson, Nevada. 16-year-old biracial female with black hair and brown eyes. She stands 5'1", 100 pounds. Kiara is biracial. She is Asian and white. If you have any information about her disappearance or whereabouts, please call the Henderson Police Department at 702-267-5000. Kiara Penn. And of course, the little man that needs no introduction, Mr. Cody Bigsby, reported missing last year on January 31st from Hampton, Virginia. He is a 4-year-old black male with black hair, brown eyes, standing 4 feet tall, weighing about 80 pounds. Cody was last seen wearing Spider-Man flip-flops, a black bomber jacket, and black sweatpants. He is considered endangered due to his age. If you have any information, please call the Hampton Police Department 757-727-6111. Sorry, I kind of got in my feelings there for a second. Okay, next we have Ivory Gates. Missing since January 31st last year from Columbia, South Carolina. She is a 14-year-old biracial female with brown hair and brown eyes, standing 5'9", 200 pounds. Avery was last seen January 31st, 2022. She is biracial. Ivory is black and white. She may change her hairstyle. If you know anything about her disappearance or whereabouts, please call the Columbia Police Department at 803-252-2911. Okay, so they have another page. They have another one for Cody Bigsby. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah. So we just went through his information. This is a second posting for him, and it has that extra photo in it of him with a little shorter hair. All right, we have no photo for Makaya Dubose. She's missing since February 1st of last year. Richmond, she's missing from Richmond, Virginia. And this age has to be wrong because it says she's 1 month old. So she must have been a month old when she went missing, which would make her a year and a couple of weeks old now. She is a black female, hair color unknown, eyes brown. Micaiah was last seen in the company of her parents after birth on 2/1/22. She may be wearing a polka dot onesie. If you know anything about this missing baby and where she may be, please call 804-646-6734. And on this one, I'm thinking that whatever information or tips come out is going to end up being family or close friends who bring the information. So if you know these people and you have any idea where they are and what happened to this baby, please, please, please call and give law enforcement that information. Okay, this is Joshua Surgeon, and he is missing since February 1st of last year. He is a 17-year-old white male with brown hair and blue eyes, standing 5'7", 160 pounds. He may travel to Summersville or Beckley, West Virginia. Yeah, and he is missing from Calvin, West Virginia. Um, he may go by the name Jacob. If you have any information about Joshua Surgeon, where he may be, please call the Nicholas County Sheriff's Office at 304-872-7814. Excuse me, y'all. Next, we have Brenda Hernandez. Brenda Hernandez is an 18-year-old Hispanic female missing from Altadena, California since February 2nd. She has brown eyes, height is about 5 feet tall, and weighs 150 pounds. Doesn't give her hair color, but looks like her hair is naturally like a dark brown, close to black, no, dark brown. And in the other picture, it looks like she may highlight it sometimes with some blonde. If you know anything about Brenda's disappearance or whereabouts, please call the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Office at 626-798-1131. Next, we have Zanaya Al-Khaliq, missing since February 2nd, 2022, from Roseville, North Carolina. She is a 16-year-old black female with brown hair and brown eyes, standing 5'5", 115 pounds. If you know anything about her disappearance or her whereabouts, please call the Roseville Police Department in North Carolina at 919-556-7226. Hey, Sleuthy. Well, I guess I can't call you Sleuthy anymore because they have a Sleuthy. I have to just call you Sleuth. Sleuth Mom! In the bushes. Hey, welcome to the live. Next, we have Michaela Carter, missing since February 4th of last year from Bend, Oregon. 17-year-old biracial female with brown hair and brown eyes, standing 5'7", weighing 125 pounds. Michaela was last seen on February 4th of 2022. She is multiracial. Michaela is American Indian, black, and white. She may be in need of medical attention. If you know anything about her disappearance or her whereabouts, please call 541 693-6911. That is the Deschutes County Sheriff's Office, and share that information with them. Yeah, I know. I see so many sleuths now. You got Sleuthy, Goosey, Sluggy Sleuth, and there's some more. There's like three or four of them that hang out in Duty Rod's chat. Don't worry, you are the original sleuth. We all know you hold the title. Okay, next up we have Danavexi Montenegro. She was she's been missing since she is so cute. She's been missing since February 5th, 2022 from Apopka, Florida. She is a 17-year-old Hispanic female with brown hair and brown eyes, standing 5'1", 117 pounds. And both photos are of her. I like this picture on the right, the extra photo. She looks so cute and sweet, like a little bitty girl. Uh, if you know anything about her disappearance or her whereabouts, please call the Orange County Sheriff's Office 407-836-4357. Danny Montenegro. Dana Vexi is an interesting name. I don't think I've ever heard anything even close to that. All right, we have another with no picture. Bernice Diaz, missing since February 5th of last year from Alexandria, Virginia. A 17-year-old Hispanic male with black hair and brown eyes, standing 5'5", 110 pounds. Bernice was last seen wearing a black head wrap, blue sweater, gray pants, and white Adidas shoes. He wears a stud earring in his left ear. If you know anything about the disappearance or whereabouts of Bernice Diaz, please call the Fairfax County Police Department at 703-691-2233. Next, we have Oscar Raxpana, missing since February 5th from Culpeper, Virginia. Oh, you know what? I've been seeing, so since I started doing the missing anniversaries, I see so many kids missing from Culpeper, Virginia that it's kind of, I don't know, if I keep getting them, I'm gonna start thinking it's a Bakersfield thing going on in Culpeper, because I mean it's like a place nobody ever heard of. Bakersfield too, though. Bakersfield is a place that most people never heard of um until Sincere and Classic went missing, and Culpeper, like, who the heck ever heard of Culpeper outside of the people that live there and maybe some neighboring cities? But yeah, I see a lot of Culpeper missing teens. Yeah, just wanted to put that out there. Um, Oscar has been missing since February 5th from Culpeper, Virginia. He is a 17-year-old white and Hispanic male. He has black hair and brown eyes. He stands 5'6", 145 pounds. He was last seen wearing a black hat, black hoodie, and black pants. If you have any information at all on Oscar's disappearance or whereabouts, please call the Culpeper County Sheriff's Office at 540-727-7520. Oscar Raxpana. All right. Next, we've got Cruz Alexander Lim Chalk. He's been missing since February 5th from Los Angeles, California. He is a 17-year-old Hispanic male with black hair and brown eyes. He stands 5'1", 106 pounds. And it looks on this picture where he has on this pink shirt that I can't tell. I see a little pinkish around the edges, so I don't know if that's dye or maybe he has on some kind of headband. So he may be actually into dyeing his hair all the different colors like the youngsters do now. Yo, God, I sounded old. Let me stop telling my age. If you have any information on Cruz's disappearance or whereabouts, please call the Los Angeles County Police Department at 877-275-4000. 5273. And that is the last of our missing anniversary posts. We are all caught up now. And what I want to do is the dumbest criminal. Let me make sure that this article has what I'm looking for in it. Nope, that's a video. I don't want that. I would have already had it pulled up, but I couldn't think of his name to save my life. And actually, it just now came to me what his last name is, but I still couldn't remember the first name. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's share this. Yeah, that's her thing. She is cool today. I don't know. We were fighting the other day though. She told me I'm gonna put this knuckle on you. But she's cool today. She's cool as long as she's not playing them cat games. I don't know what it is about those games, like the Talking Tom, and then there's another one like it. But when she gets on those games, she gets crazy, man. Like a cat on catnip. She gets to jumping and bumping and flipping and rolling and screaming and just laughing out. I'm like, baby, what's wrong with you? It's actually kind of funny. So I'm sure everybody is familiar with this face because I know a lot of people have been covering this case. This is Brian Walsh. And I believe he's going to be the dumbest criminal of the year by the time we might as well just fast forward to December. Matter of fact, he might get it 2 years running. We'll fast forward to December 2024 and just give him 2 trophies all at once, one for each hand, because he is super stupid. Let's watch the video.
An extraordinary level of detail as prosecutors laid out their case against Brian Walsh, charging him with murdering his wife, Anna. We learn new details about just the long litany of Google searches they say he made about how to dismember a body, how to dispose of a body, what happens to parts of a body after it's dismembered.
How does formaldehyde work?
And then beyond that, for the first time, we learned information about their DNA and scientific investigation. Let's get right to that. Defense attorney Misty Maris is with us, and CNN Chief Law Enforcement and Intelligence Analyst John Miller back with us right now. John, first to you. You have the Google searches, and you have this DNA found in some of the bags disposed of by Brian Walsh. Didn't have body parts, but it had blood, consistent DNA with that of Anna Walsh.
So if you take this in total, we are far beyond the standard of, is there probable cause to bring a charge or to hold the defendant? Now, all of this will have to be proven in court. We have to say, the mandatory, he's innocent until proven guilty. But what prosecutors laid out today was an incredible trail of means, of motive, of actions, affirmative steps taken from the Google searches, which were basically a blueprint of questions, and things he planned to do and allegedly did. But the key is, if you got biological material in the basement of the house, if you have the murder kit, which is the tools that were purchased and the Tyvek suits and the things to carry that out, and then on the other end of the garbage dump, after taking it to the garbage by his mother's house, the dump where that garbage goes to be processed, you find the back end of that. It is highly suggestive, evidentiary-wise, that there was a murder, that there was a body, that it was moved and disposed of.
Misty, if I could get you to weigh in, because we've been questioning how prosecutors could weigh a murder charge without a body. And now we've got a treasure trove of evidence from them, as John laid out, some of these Google searches using a friend's iPad, how long before a body starts to smell, 10 ways to dispose of a body, what does formaldehyde do? And it'll be prior to that in December, what's the best place to divorce for a man? What is your biggest takeaway here from all of these searches in particular?
Yeah, great question. So all of these internet searches, and specifically one that stood out to me is, can you identify a body with broken teeth? But all of these searches, very, very damaging evidence. So with a no body murder case, you're going to be basing this off circumstantial evidence. And what I expected is exactly what unfolded in court. It's a map of forensic evidence and placing Brian Walsh in the locations where that forensic evidence was found. This all under the guise of those very, very damaging social media searches that really was that blueprint of his actions, according to prosecutors. So again, the probable cause affidavit, where no body murder cases are absolutely difficult to prove, here the standard of probable cause is reached. And now this really unveils the mystery of how prosecutors were going to show probable cause for that other charge of moving a body and improperly moving a body. Now we see forensic evidence and a trail of forensic evidence leading to these different locations. So this really put the puzzle together to show the story, which is what was needed in a circumstantial evidence case to establish probable cause.
Scenes of devastation unfolding right now in Turkey and Syria.
So yeah, this dude is like stupid as heck. He might as well have just went and turned himself into the police and told them, this is what I did and this is how I did it. I mean, like, just stick a sign on him, guilty. Because in this day and age, like, everybody knows that the first thing the cops are going to do in a case like this is they're going to check your devices, your phones, your tablets, your iPads, your computers, your GPS tags, GPS system in your car, whatever they can test. If it's electronic and got a chip and it's kind of smart, they're going to check it. And if you're the spouse or boyfriend or girlfriend, then they are automatically going to come to you first, because guess what? The closest gets the mostest. Just stupid. I don't know. The more I was listening to him, the more I was listening to his case, like different videos, I was like, is he really that dumb? So yeah. I don't care what other dumb criminals we get this year. I'm going to have to give him a trophy at the end of the year. And this article is really just going over the same thing that was in the video. And this is a picture of him and her. And it's crazy because they look so happy in this picture, right? I mean, they look like a really happy, loving couple. And then to think of what he did to her, like, wow. They say never judge a book by its cover. All right, I am going to get out of here. So honestly, I Googled how far does a body typically float in the ocean? Like, what's that look like if my husband disappears? Man, you know what? For all of us that cover like these cases and stuff, if anything ever went down close to us and the police searched our devices, we would all look guilty as heck off top. I mean, because I've got some weird searches. I know I have some weird searches because I read stuff and review stuff that I'm like, so I'm Googling it. Like, how does the neck break when someone is hung? Like, oh my goodness. What drug disappears out of the system if a person dies? Like, wow. Okay, so I am. Oh, wait a minute. Just because I saw her picture, I'm gonna give her some airtime, because I remember when this case came out and everybody was looking for her. Athena Brownsville, 4 years old. was discovered missing by authorities on January 10th and was subsequently found deceased. This baby was found. It was discovered that she was missing when a mail carrier encountered her sister, who was wandering alone through a neighborhood, and that set off a domino effect of things just coming to surface. Finding out that she had a sister, that the sister was nowhere around. Da da da. So poor Athena, man. I hate these stories like this because every time we get a story like this, it's like, why didn't you just give the kid away? Why, if you didn't want the child? And then in this case, it wasn't even her parents. What's wrong, baby? Baby, you need some help? Do you need some help? You need this one? There you go. Okay, but yeah, I mean, you always think, like, why didn't they just get rid of the kid? Why did they not put the child up for adoption? And in cases like this, where it's not even their child, but they've been placed in their care and custody by some means, whether the child's parents decided they came to some agreement outside of court, or whether it went through the CPS and family court system and the child was placed with them, if you did not want to take care of or be bothered with the child, why not just say no? You know, if my sister, cousin, whatever comes to me and is like, I can't take care of my baby, can you do it? I'm not going to say yes and then dog the child or kill them or hurt them. And if I know for a fact that I don't have the patience or the resources or the time to deal with this child, I'm just going to say, no, I'm sorry, I can't do it. So it's really senseless. It makes no sense that we're constantly seeing these stories where these children were abandoned, beat, abused, mutilated, murdered, jacked up for life for no reason by some sick adult who just had nothing to do, had no just time on their hands and nothing to do but mess up a kid. I mean, it's crazy, man. People should just know your limits, you know? Know your limits. Kids don't ask to be here. Hey, Tim, they don't ask to be here. They don't deserve the crap that they're getting. These babies deserve nothing but love and affection. I'll take a few of them. I ain't lying. Well, let me get out of here. We're all caught up on the missing anniversaries.
New messages received from Dwayne. Messages: I don't see your channel. I know that I subscribe
Oh,
to it.
one of my subscribers just texted me. But yeah, we're all caught up on the missing anniversaries, and I will go back to the daily videos starting tomorrow. But I wanted to catch them up because it's been about 10 days since I posted anything on it. It might be 2 weeks actually. So we're all caught up, and good night.